Well, good afternoon and evening, everyone. This is Terra Quator. It is Saturday, February 3rd, day 34 of
Clench
our
the butt
endeavor of
cheeks.
not drinking. I'm still sober. I have just plain tea right now. I didn't have time to carbonate it right now. Carbonation's a little bit low, so I'm going to have to get that changed out for a new CO2 canister. But I get to do something I've been waiting to do because I had just enough time. Still cutting this a little bit short. The recording's still happening at the time of recording this, 3:48 p.m. Central Time. But kids are outside. They had me looking all over town. I had to go walking around all over town just so I could find sidewalk chalk. Because guess what's not in season? And the only reason I found some is because I found some at a store that a lot of people don't like because holy crap, the employees in there, you try to be polite and they are just jerks. Like, now I'm starting to understand why the windows and the doors are always busted out and they always have cash only because their systems go down. They are not polite. Like, I don't, maybe that was a manager or something, but she was not polite. I tried to be polite, like, hope you're having a good day, and she just being crabby, trying to blow me off, scowling at me the entire time. Like, all I did was say hello. People can be jerks. But I'm excited because let me get this. I finally get to eat beef tacos at you guys. I'll be completely honest. I've been waiting this whole time to be able to eat tacos on camera. They're not Tex-Mex or anything like that. I got to move the microphone a little bit, so you're not going to see the microphone too much. But I got to get over this plate. These are much more like the old Carl's Jr. theme. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face. Very much the case. I mean, look, I got guac and cheese on my thumb. It's so good. And in order to make these, it took about a little over 8 hours when I made the original batch. So this is the last day it's going to be good. So it'll be good to eat these and get all of it taken care of so I don't let anything go to waste. It's just when I originally made it, I was in such a rush I couldn't even really enjoy it. And then I ended up too full because I was in rush mode. But in order to make it, you're going to want to get 4 pounds of chuck roast steaks, just 2 of them. I'd say about an inch and a half thick, about an inch and a half to 2 inches thick each. So just 4 pounds of chuck roast steak. Then you're going to want probably a 1 can of store brand red enchilada sauce, the extra dark stuff, not the light stuff, the lighter stuff from I want to say Del Monte, my El Monterey. That stuff is a little too vinegary. You want stuff that has more chili in it, or chilies. So I got some of that. Then I got a small can of tomato paste, mix that up with some water, and then a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies because I was in a rush to get it all put together. And then for the spices, you first salt and pepper, then you quick sear both sides of each of these steaks so you can lock in the flavors as it's broiling or roasting in the oven. Then you cover it with smoked chili powder, a little cayenne pepper. I had to be easy on it so the kids could eat it. And then, hang on. Sorry. I wanted another bite. It's so good. And the spices I'm talking about, you put it on there after you've put the seared, not cooked, just seared the outside of these chuck roasts in a roasting pan. Then you put the seasonings on there, but you, after the chili powder or the roasted paprika or smoked paprika and the cayenne, you're going to want some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, a little cumin. Got to go easy on that. I've been hearing that Americans, especially those raised in California, use way too much cumin. I can understand that. I also added in some lime pepper. Oh, and with the tomato paste, mix that with water to thin it out. You just want that to thicken all the sauces that you did use for that all to roast in, so it's not going to dry out. That's when you pour in all the liquid stuff. And you put that in your oven for 8 hours at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you can just easily just shred it apart. Really, really easy. I use some meat claws. Shred it apart. Then you just cover it, or, dress your, after, making your taco shells by, I put them on a pan to cook them up a bit, because you never want to use just straight out of the bag tortilla shells. You could make your own corn tortillas if you want. It's just, that's another step I need to learn. But I used the bag tortillas, and I just, I roasted them on a pan real quick, and then I put the shredded steak on the shells, dressed it with cilantro, diced sweet yellow onion, because I prefer sweet yellow onion, and then, of course, some salsa, guacamole, and the really crumbly queso cheese. And man, is it good. Mm-hmm. And that'll definitely feed a good-sized family. Well, yeah, the four of us didn't eat as much as we thought that night, but it was busy. And apparently the kids were snacking over at their grandmother's that day. I'll tell you what, I've been looking forward to just sitting down and eating one of these, because it's more relaxing and I don't feel like I'm in such a rush. It's so messy. Like, why aren't you using a napkin? Guacamole, hello. Guacamole's expensive, though. Even avocados. But the primary reason I'm using pre-made guacamole instead of making it myself is the past couple of weeks, I haven't been able to find any avocados that are just right. They're either rotting or like rock hard. So all the good avocados are being used up by the store to make this stuff. And they're leaving us with ava rocks. So, I mean, overall, their guac is all right. Their salsa, though, I have a complaint about, especially like market side salsa from Walmart. I do have a complaint about it. I mean, it tastes okay. I mean, they're using fresh ingredients. They're not using tomato paste or anything, because I hate paste salsa. I hate it. It's disgusting. I like the stuff where you get more fresh ingredients in there. My complaint with market side salsa at Walmart, and a lot of places except for one place in this town, why do they put sugar in their salsa? It is not necessary. I think it's just there because like they think it needs to be there. It doesn't. But the salsa I prefer, if I was able to get over there, I'd have gone to El Rodeo. That has the best salsa in this town. Unless, of course, you make it at home. Pardon me. Yeah, maybe what I should do is, if I do this again sometime, I should That's how saucy you want your beef to be. Oops, sorry. I realized that out of context would be just great. But sometime I'd like to do this recipe. I don't think I'll be able to do these ones more than like once a month, because those fresh ingredients, they really stack up. I mean, the steaks alone are like $40 for 4 pounds. It is not cheap right now. And I think the prices are just going up. Chicken prices are going to go up too, because there's avian flu going on in California's chicken hatcheries and stuff like that. Like their poultry industry's got avian flu just buzzing through it. So things are only going to get more expensive for a little while. Oh, that's a button. Hopefully not too bad. I'd like to see the prices go down. Were it so easy. Only the stuff the stuff that's going up the fastest are for the poorest of us. That's what sucks. But if I get the encouragement and I have the budget for it, which I can't give any guarantee on right now. So if I end up doing that, it'll probably be in March. Because there are other things I need to budget for this month. But if things change and there are requests for it, I'd gladly do the recipe for everyone. Because I cannot say this recipe is exactly original. The main difference that I didn't do for my tacos this time is I did not use a base of beer. I didn't use my broth was not beer based, because the last thing I want to do is buy even a single thing of beer in the amount I would have needed for it and run the risk of wanting to drink. I didn't want to put myself in that kind of risk, so I just ignored it. But you can put in the comments below if you'd like to see that recipe, like a step-by-step, kind of like I did with the beef jerky the other month. So if people want to see if people want to see the recipe for these shredded beef tacos, I'll try to set up a time to do it again. It's just my budget's really tight right now. As I can't forget, Lilia's birthday's coming up right after Valentine's Day, so I need to be ready for that. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here, because I've got one more taco here that I want to eat, and I can't just do that and run up the time even more, because not a whole lot else going on. They're just drawing with chalk and playing with bubbles outside, and then of course I'm going to have to prep for them, because the youngest one doesn't want to eat this. I don't know why. Probably because of spices. She's timid about it. But yeah, this is Terra Quattuor on your Saturday, February 3rd, day 34. I will see everyone tomorrow. And yes, I do have the shrimp for Lilia to have her swam day. She gets her shrimp tacos tomorrow. Anyway, this is Terra Quattuor, and I will see everyone tomorrow.